Welcome to my channel, you beautiful people. I'm just bringing you another session here, home workout using your own body weight. So we're starting off with our warm up here. So I'll just say this was a live session that I did on my Instagram. And unfortunately, for some reason, the sound was affected. So I'm having to do a voiceover. Okay, so here, like I said, we're doing a warm up. We just make sure that we warm up our body, everything is nice and loose before we go into our main workout. So here, I'm just warming up the upper body here by doing some flies and then obviously doing some butt kicks as well. Also warming up the lower half. So I'm just doing about 10 to 20 reps per movement for the warm up here. So here we go. We'll just carry on with that one. Just making sure that you're always doing your warm-ups before your session, yeah? Okay, so here I move on to here, just raising my arms upwards, warming up through the shoulders, through the back as well, and just getting everything moving. Making sure that when we get to our main workout, we're nice and loose, yeah, nicely warmed up. Okay, so here, as simple as that, just raising my arms or reaching upwards. Okay, so here I went into some squats and reach. So kind of a wide stance squat and then reach forward. So this is warming up obviously through the legs, and it's also warming up through the shoulders as I do that front raise or front reach. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to make sure you warm up before you go into your main workout. Yeah, injuries are created or come about when you just jump into your workout without actually warming up your body, stretching and everything. You just go straight into it. That's when the injuries occur. So to try and prevent injuries, we need to make sure we're stretching and warming up before our session, yeah? So for the next one, I go into some lateral lunges and reach. So I'm just gonna go touch the floor and then reach. So I'm alternating, touch the floor and reach. So this can also be part of your workout if you were doing on body weight. It's a good one. You really feel the inner thighs working, but obviously we're also warming up the upper body as well here, because we're going to be using a full body workout. So we want to really warm up the upper body and the lower body as well. And then here I'm just bringing my knee into my chest. Okay, so just do whatever warm up works for you that is going to loosen up. Especially it's important when you're warming up to make sure that if you're doing, say if you're just doing a lower body workout, then you want to really warm up your lower body. So hip flexors, glutes, quads, hamstrings, all those areas. You want to just make sure you warm up those areas before you go. But if you're doing a total body workout, then you want to make sure, obviously, like I'm doing, warming up both the upper body and the lower body. So here I'm just doing a Shin Box Switch. Yeah, so this one is really good for when you're trying to warm up your hip flexors, and a lot of people have tight hip flexors, so this is one of the best movements to really loosen up your hip flexors and warm up your hip flexors. So you just make sure that you've got a 90-degree angle at your knees here, so 90-degree at both knees. Try and keep your heels nicely planted into the floor. That's just going to make sure that you maintain position as you switch sides. Yeah, so you're not moving around too much. All you're doing is just switching sides. So here we're just switching sides. I'm pushing my knees into the floor as I'm switching the sides. Yeah, so feeling that stretch. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so you never miss a video. And please give me a thumbs up. It helps a lot for my videos. Okay, so we're going to the workout now. It's a full body workout. We're working for 30 seconds, resting for 10 seconds. Okay, so here we started with kneeling into a squat position and then a burpee and press. So kneeling, squat, burpee, and press. So just make sure you don't have to go too fast. Just make sure that you're maintaining good form as you're doing these workouts. Now, if you can't do the press up off your knees, you can do it on your knees. Okay, so we rest for 10 seconds here. And then we're going to go for our next one. So here, back extensions. We reach forward and then we do a bit of a row, work through the upper back and then go down again, come up. So we're working the lower back, the upper back as well here, yeah? So just make sure you're maintaining good form when you're doing all these movements. So when I lift up here, feel it through my lower back. I'm working from my lower back. Extend my arms forward and then I bring my arms back. I squeeze through my shoulder blades, working through the upper back. Okay, I rest again, another 10 seconds here. And then we're going to go into the in and out squats with a reverse lunge. So you do the in and out squats and then 2 reverse lunges. So you really feel the lower half here, the legs. That is a good one. If you're not able to do the jumping, you can just step into the sides, just do a normal squat and a reverse lunge. Yeah, so we're going to rest again for 10 seconds. Getting ready for our next one, which is going to be the tricep dip with leg raises. Okay, so you dip for your triceps, so you're going to feel your arms burning here. And then you just raise up, you're working through your core as well as you kick up into the ceiling. So tricep dip, and then you kick up, working through the core. Try and keep your core engaged as well as you're kicking upwards. So that's that one. I'm going to take a little rest now, 10 seconds again. Okay, so it's just a quick rest and then we go again. All right, next one is going to be jumping squats and then we flow touch. Then we do some high knees. We're touching the floor as we do those jumping squats. We're doing about 4 jumping squats and then we go into our high knees. About 6 high knees, but don't overthink it. Just go with the flow, yeah? Just make sure you're doing the squats with correct form though. Sitting back into your heels. Okay, we're going to rest up here for another 10 seconds. And then we're going to get ready for our next one. Here, we're going to go into a kneeling deadlift with some shoulder rotations. So working through the shoulders, we're also working through those glutes. So when you get to the top, you want to make sure as you're coming up from from a sitting position, you really make sure you're squeezing your glutes. Yeah, so you're not really sitting down to you're just pushing back into your heels, and then as you come up, you're squeezing your glutes, and then also obviously rotating your shoulders. Okay, so we rest here for 10 seconds again, and then we're gonna go into some lateral lunges with a high knee. Yeah, so here you just go for the same side. You do a lateral lunge and then you kick up, bringing the knee upwards across your body. So we're doing 30 seconds on each side. Okay, so we're going to now take some rest, and then we're going to do same with the other side. So now we're going to the other side. Going to go there and then go across the body with the high knee. Okay, lateral lunge. Make sure when you're doing your lateral lunges, as you go to shift the weight into the side, you're also pushing back. And then you're doing also obviously your knee, high knee across your body. Okay, so now we're going to rest for another 10 seconds, and then we go one more movement to come, which is the Superman crunches. So we're going to do 30 seconds on each side. So we extend opposite arm and opposite leg out nice and straight, core nice and engaged, and then we bring it in, bringing the elbow into the knee. That's where the crunch bit comes in. So you crunch by bringing your elbow into your knee. Keep your core engaged. So we're doing 30 seconds on each side. Okay, we're going to rest for 10 seconds. And then we're going to get ready for the other side. Same thing. Okay, core engaged. And just really crunch into the middle as you come in. Okay, so we're going to do another 30 seconds on this side. So this is a full workout, people. So try and do about 3 to 4 sets of this. Yeah, you will feel it. It's a good one. Okay, so hopefully you have fun with that one. Just going to take a little rest. Okay, so just want to take a bit of rest here. And then you would go for your next session, yeah, of doing another round of the same. So in here, I believe I did a few more reps of each movement. Didn't do as many on other movements because the time limitation, yeah. So I just didn't do a full 30 seconds here. I was just counting the reps. Some of them I did a bit more, some not as much. So I'm just taking a little breather before I go into my next one. Okay, so remember, take as much rest as you may need before you go. Just make sure when you go for your next circuit, you're making sure you're putting in the right amount of effort to get a good quality circuit like the first one. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go. So I call it circuit too, but like I said, for me I was limited on time, so I didn't really do the full 30 seconds on all the movements. Some movements I did a bit more. So here I'm doing about 5. Okay, so 5 press ups, burpee press up, and then knees into squat, and then into a burpee, and then the press up. Just making sure if you can do the press up off your knees or push up off your knees, then just do it on your knees. Just making sure as you're doing it, you're keeping that nice neutral spine, core is nice and engaged, and you're really transferring that lower body weight into your upper body as you do that press. So you don't want your bum sticking up if you're doing it on your knees, people. Keep your bum tucked in. Okay, so really transfer that upper body weight into, sorry, lower body weight into your upper body before you go into your press up. Okay, so here I'm doing another 5 of these, so back extensions, yeah. So just reach forward here, do a bit of a swimming action more, and then so here I'm not only targeting the lower back, I'm also working on the upper back. Yeah, so as I extend my arms forward and then bring them back here, I'm making sure that I'm bringing my shoulder blades into the middle. Okay, so I'm just doing 5. Okay, so quick rest again. Then I'm gonna go, and I think I had skipped one of the movements, so I had to do it in a different order for this circuit, only for one or two movements, just because I skipped it and then I had to do it after. Okay, so we're gonna go into a next one now. It was a hot day. I was struggling with the heat, but just make sure you're staying hydrated. Okay, keeping yourself hydrated when you're doing your workouts, especially when it's very hot. Okay, so here going into the jumping squats with the floor touch, and then the high knees, and I believe I only did the first set here. I don't think I did more than just this. I just did 5 squats and some high knees, and that was that with that one. Okay, so next I had it, obviously I've got a little break, and then I'm going into the tricep dips with upward kick. So I'm just doing them other way now, so you can see what my arms are doing, just facing the other way for this round. So I dip with my arms, and then I kick up, keeping the core nice and engaged. Dip and kick upwards or raise the leg. Okay, you just want to make sure you keep that core nice and engaged, and you're really dipping through your arms. So again, I just did another 5 reps of that. Okay, and taking a little rest. But like I said, if you're doing it where you've got, say, an hour to spare and you're doing your workout, try and do about 3 rounds, 4 rounds. Okay. Now, if you don't have time and you can only do 1 round, that's fine. Remember, people, every bit counts. Yeah. I'd rather you do 1 round than not do anything at all. Just sit on the sofa and watch TV. We don't want that. Let's stay active. So make sure you're doing something. Every little bit counts. Okay, so we're getting ready for our next movement, which was the in and out squats with a reverse lunge. And again, I'm just doing 5 reps here. Okay, so 5 in and out squats, and then 5 reverse lunges on each side. This one is such a big one on the legs. Oh wow, you feel your legs. Okay, little rest. And again, just for the previous movement, just making sure when you do, if you can't jump, you don't need to jump, just do your normal squats and then reverse lunge. Okay, so here we're now going into a kneeling deadlift with a shoulder rotation. Yeah, so you're just going to push your hips back as you go down, and then as you're coming up, you're going to squeeze your glutes. Push backwards into your heels as you come up, squeeze your glutes, but making sure you're getting those shoulder rotation continuously. you're doing them right through, and make sure it's all coming through your shoulders as you do those rotations. So again, I just did about 5 there, and just taking a little rest, and then gonna move on into the next one. I kid you not, this day was so hot. It was baking hot. I was sweating buckets. The heat was affecting me more than the workout itself. It should have been that the workout, but because it was so hot, I couldn't even feel, well, I wasn't even feeling like I was struggling with the workout. I was more struggling with the heat. Couldn't wait for it to end just because it was so hot. My aircon wasn't working right either, so that wasn't good. Okay, so here we're going to the lateral lunges with a knee across the body, high knee across the body. And I just did about 5 on each side again of these. Okay, so we're going to do another 5 on the other side of the same lateral lunges, and then the knee across the body, high knee. Okay, just remember, like I said, when you're doing this, as you go down, core is nice and engaged. You're pushing your hips back as well. As you go to shift your weight into the side, you're also pushing backwards. Okay, I believe we got one more movement here, which should be the Superman crunches, and just do another 5 on each side of these as well. Okay, so we're going for Superman crunches. Okay, so quick little correct form on your Superman crunches. You want to make sure that your arms are directly under your shoulders, your knees are directly under your hips, arms about shoulder width apart, knees about hip width apart here. Keep your core nice and engaged. Keep that nice neutral spine, and just extend your opposite leg and arm out to the front and then backwards. And then as you bring it in, bring your elbow into your knee. This is where you're doing the crunch as you bring that elbow into your knee. But keep your core engaged. Okay, so that was 5 on that side. And now we're going to do another 5 on the other side. Okay, so core nice and engaged, neutral spine. Crunch by bringing your elbow into your knee. Okay, so that was that. So that was that for a second round of it. Obviously not the full circuit because we weren't doing 30 seconds per movement. We're just counting the reps. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take a little break here and then finish off with a post workout stretch. Yeah, so we're just gonna do some stretching now to finish off. Just again, cannot emphasize enough the importance of stretching before and after your workout. Yeah, so make sure you got time for your stretching before and after your workouts, people. Don't just forget about the stretching and then start complaining about tightness. Oh, I'm so tight here, I'm tight there. Well, most likely it's because you're not doing any stretching. So really focus or have time to do some stretching. Yeah, some days you just do your stretching without even having to do the workout. Okay, so about 20 to 30 minutes of stretching a day without your workout will be good. Just stretch your entire body, full body stretch. Yeah, all over. So we're just holding these stretches for about 20 seconds per stretch. Okay, so here just into a downward dog. So just holding for about 20 seconds. Nice and relaxed. This is the fun part, people. That's why you don't want to avoid this. And besides, like I said, avoiding the stretches is when your body gets really tight and achy and, all sorts going on because you're really neglecting to stretch. So make sure you're stretching. So I'm just doing the shin box again here. Like I said, the shin box is one of the best stretches or movements for your hip flexors here. So 90-90 at your knees and keep your heels nice and glued into the floor. That will maintain position and just switch sides, maintaining that 90-degree angle at your knee. Make sure you're pushing your knee or knees into the floor as you switch in sides. Okay, so you feel those hip flexors stretching out. Okay, so here I'm just folding the mat just to have a bit of cushioning under my knee. And I believe I'm going to do the quad stretch here. So I'm just going to bring one knee off the floor. Okay, so, and then I'm going to go into stretching the quad. So the front of your thighs. Okay, so I'm just going to do one at a time. All right, so I just step forward here and then I push forward. And then from there, I start to feel that stretch into the back leg, the front of my thigh. Now to make it even more, or to feel the stretch even more, I'm going to bring my heel up in towards my glutes. Okay, so the more I bring that heel to my glutes, the more I feel that stretch the front of my thigh. So we're just holding it here for 20 seconds. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so just want to, if you cannot, if you're struggling with balance, you can always hold on to something once you're doing this. But one thing I would always encourage is make sure your knee is nicely, there's enough cushioning under your knee, yeah, or padding under your knee, just because if you start to feel the pressure into your knee, then it's gonna just feel uncomfortable and you might not be, you won't enjoy the stretch basically. So we're doing the same with the other side. Just holding that stretch by, so bringing, like I say, the knee into your glutes. Okay, so the more you bring that knee into your glutes, the more you're going to feel that stretch into the front of your thigh. Okay, so I've pushed forward slightly here as well to really feel that stretch. Okay, so 20 seconds hold. And then that was that. Okay, so we're going into our next stretch. Here we just sit the legs nice and straight. Point your toes into your body. So you're going to feel this stretch, the back of your legs. Yeah. So just reach forward. You're also going to feel it through your back as you reach forward. Okay, so if you're not able to reach your toes, it's fine. Just reach. Just go as far as you can go. Just make sure keep your knees nice and locked and reach. Okay, so that's that one. And here I just cross my legs. I'm gonna stretch through my chest here. So arms at the back of body, nice, palms nice and flat into the floor. Just open up your chest for this one. Right, look up into the ceiling. Open up your chest, bring your shoulder blades back into the middle. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Just feel your chest opening up with this stretch. This is a good one for if you're sat at the desk a lot as well, because you find that your chest start to close in, your shoulders are coming forward, your back is starting to round. So bring those shoulder blades back and open up your chest. Okay, here, keeping the legs in the same position, legs nice and crossed, and then here we're just going with the arm across the body and really extend that arm into the opposite side. Gonna feel that stretch into your back, into your shoulder. Just extend that arm across your body. Okay, we're doing the same to the other side. Okay, so that's us finishing off with these stretches. All right, people. Hopefully you had fun with that workout, or you're gonna have fun with that workout. Please leave me a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button so you never miss a video. And until next time, people, stay positive, keep on working on your goals. Remember, consistency is key. So every bit that you're going to do is going to count towards your progression. Don't give up. Just keep pushing through. There will be difficult days, but what counts is you staying consistent and putting in the work. All right, people. Peace out.